agency, and there's a few red flags about the situation, but there's really no harm about going to the appointment. It'll be on Monday next week, so hopefully that goes well. I'm gonna ride it out, and hopefully it's better than I suspect. There's a few companies that it could very well be for, and there's a couple that's like an absolute no-no for me, so we shall see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. Either way, keep things posted here. Not a whole lot more to update as far as things are concerned here, mostly because I haven't really done a whole ton. At least that I would update you guys about. Tonight is a kind of a big hockey game in this house, because Toronto and Florida are going at a game 4, which could be an elimination game. So a lot of held breath around here, hoping that Toronto wins. But if you take one look at the fan base, there's a lot of, how do you call it? There's a lot of held breath, and there's a lot of people calling for what I'll call unreasonable change. There's a lot of call for just change in play, and then there's people who are, some of the bandwagon fans are just naysaying and getting... Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I hope that Toronto pulls it out just to stick it in Florida's craw, because wouldn't it just be so delightful if Florida had done to them what they've done to Boston? Not that I'm out here for revenge for Boston's sake, but also, wouldn't that just kill their confidence if they came back from a 3-1 deficit in the last series and then lost to a 3-0 lead in the second round? That would be absolutely delightful from where I'm sitting. So there's that. In regards to my package yesterday, desk mat is wonderful. It has been filling out very nicely. The curve that I had in the one side here is sorted itself out. It almost fits the table like edge to edge within like maybe a half an inch on either side, which is beautiful. The stitched edging is legitimately like not too much, but it's enough. Let's see. Look at this highly relevant stat I just on Twitter. Since falling behind 3-1, there's sensational R6 and O outscoring opponents 25-17. Wow, that is a stat. I'm just saying, like, nail him to the ground. At this point, yeah. You know what? That's usually how it goes. Which will be relevant to the next thing that I'm going to be talking about here. Twitter calling me out, that is. The whole saga with the whatchamacallit, the secondary monitor situation with the cord that I got. The cord just doesn't seem to be working. Not entirely certain why, but I think it's just cheap build quality and something went wrong with shipping, or something's wrong with the cord itself. Honestly, it's a DisplayPort to HDMI, and it came from China. That should tell you two things right there about it. It was like $10, and while I would like to have that refunded, I wouldn't be surprised if I have to just kind of say that that's cut and dry and that's an error, like, on my part. And I forgot to do one of the things that I should be doing with this just because it's a personal thing and I like it. Alright, the one last thing is, can we, like, find the person who pissed in the Universal cornflakes this week and tell them to stop? Because whoever's doing that is causing a lot of, like, just, I don't know what it is. I'm used to being the guy who shakes things up and calls things out and has what you might call an incendiary style when it comes to sharing my opinions at times. And usually, if things get out of hand, it's in a way that's just like, it's a, oh, well, like, it's not very, like, it's just kind of antagonistic, and it's not very personal, and it's not very attacking. It's just kind of a, like, a, I don't even know how to put it. It's just, to me, it seems like some people just take the dumb road out, or they actually discuss things, or, you know, somebody says or does something where I could just write it off. Well, I don't know what it is, but people on the internet this week have been just ridiculous. The usual standbys have been great. The people who I actually follow, the people who I normally interact with, things like that, they've been absolutely fine. But when it comes to randoms and talking about subjects that I normally don't, which is probably my first fault, but holy moly. A great example I actually talked about on Twitter to some extent. On my account, I jumped into a subject I normally don't talk about because I usually don't care about the romantic and sexual relationships of people in video games where that's not a focus. But I jumped into a Final Fantasy VII discussion because that's something I care a lot about, and it would turn. Jeez, did I stain this thing already? And it would turn out that apparently there is, like, this whole core of people that I completely forgotten about, whose, like, entire personalities are built around the romantic relationships of some of the characters involved in that game. And I was ready to step away from it and just be like, okay, this was very clearly a mistake, and you guys are all too desperate to prove me wrong and stand on a pedestal and pat yourselves on the back and all that nonsense. And I wanted to just kind of go disavow and just move on. And that was not the end of it. The end of everything said and done, I had to block, like, what was it, 5 or 6 people? And it was just like, and that's just one situation like that over the course of this week. And I don't really normally have this much trouble. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it. There's a lot of, like, just people that seem a little wound tight recently. And, yeah, if you could just not, just, like, I'm not that kind of person normally. I like sharing and trying to help. But if you're going to be confrontational to the point where you're going to attack me personally because you have tension or you have a need to I don't know, puff out your chest or something like that, no, I would just rather not. Just keep it away. Moving on. Second go of Suikoden coming up. And that'll be after our first ad break, which will be in a couple of minutes here. So, catch up on what we need to do on this stream. We're turning in a quest And then, not really sure where we're going from there. I don't think our main character really gets tied up in the affairs of things for a little bit, but we shall see. Everything should pick up relatively soon, either on this stream or on the next one in terms of plot. As we're getting introduced to characters, as we're getting introduced to the setting, we're already seeing situations where we see what appears to be some kind of monarchy of some sort, and then like literally what would be for us like an hour or so's walk down the path, there's a place that's just decrepit and run down, and they're being taxed by the monarchy, and they just absolutely hate it because they don't already have much as it is. And then they have bandits who are stealing from them as well. So it's kind of a tense situation, both politically and financially. And it looks like they're living in a place where they can't really garner any sort of worth because they can't, create crops or anything of that nature. So we'll see. But first things first, let's get to our first ad break, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hello, and thank you for sticking it out, folks. Really appreciate it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right to it, shall we? You have to mind the charging cable. The battery on this PS3 controller is pretty much dead. So this is the only way that it lasts for more than a couple of minutes. Hey, kitty. Alright, so, we saved here. We have to hand in, the stuff that we got from the bandits. Oh, well, hello. Yeah. That's not cool. We're not gonna let that happen. You'll notice today I have the camera positioned over here as opposed to its last position where it was pointing down at me. This was a result of the extra monitor situation. It's probably not going to stay there, but so wait, no gratitude, no items, no nothing? Huh. Holy moly. Of course. That was almost nice. The hell is this? Like, I go on break, people show up, and then they take off once the break is done. Whatever. Whatever. Thank you. I know. And I really appreciate it, Star. Thank you. There was something I saw on Twitter from another streamer today, and it was sharing some of his, how do I want to put it? His frustrations in regards to some situations that are common among streamers, specifically on Twitch. And yeah, gotta say I kind of agreed with him. I'm not really apt to discuss them here, mostly because it's kind of depressing. So I'm not gonna take anybody through it, but for those of you who do show up, and Starberry especially, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Early on in my life, I didn't really have a whole lot of support in the things that I wanted to do, and only I wanted to do, so it means a lot for me, and it means the world for you to support me as much as you do. Thank you. Well, this isn't suspicious at all. I can't recall where our house is. That's not it. Is this it? No, that's the one with a bunch of closets. The video of my game glitching out. This obviously isn't it. I don't know why I want to talk to that guy. You know, I didn't even think of that. Stop by this shop because they might not have been called rooms right off the hop in this game. Yeah. I'll attach it to me. And then it becomes a rune. Like, whatevs. Ah, thank you for the tip. Think I have a bit of a rant coming to my blog tonight regarding the whole Twitter situation that I got on earlier. And I just really don't want to bog this stream down with it, honestly, and mostly because most of what I have to say would just come out as verbal diarrhea anyhow. I'd like a chance to be able to, you know, rephrase if I need to or edit if I need to. Okay, thanks for the tea. Okay. Okay. I wasn't planning on going anywhere until you told me about tea. Why are you blocking the only door? Okay, there we go. I just go to bed now? Oh shit. So, as a primer, for anybody who doesn't know a whole lot about Suikoden, because this game won't really tell you much about it, is on each of your hands, most people just the one, but on each of your hands and on your head is a place where you can have a rune basically tattooed on you. It's not traditionally a tattoo, it's like a magical like symbology of sorts that you have placed on you from a crystal. And what it does is it gives you the ability to cast magic spells. Well, in every Suikoden game, the main character gets imbued with some kind of like plot critical rune of some sort. Generally, that's the fix. Well, in this particular game, you got to see in the last stream the use of, I believe it's called the Death Eater rune. And it imbues the power that it gives the user is massive, but it eats away at your life force. And with every time you use it, it's exponential. So you could have it, and if you have the rune and you just don't use it, it can actually really extend your life. The problem with this is that you're going to be tempted to use it because I think, and again, I'm not 100% on this one, but it does well to draw situations where you would need to use it more and more than you normally would in a regular lifetime. So you'll be tempted to use that rune through the course of your owning it. And once you pass on as a carrier of the rune, the ownership of said rune is transferred to the first person. Like you see, I think that's how it works. Why would he have a magic wound? And a little bit more to this point. So this is why she's attacking, or she is going to be attacking him in this scene, because the Death Eater transfers through death. Soul Eater, not Death Eater. My bad. You're not going to relax, good Ted. Yeah, because you're going to pass on. You don't say this right in front of your captors yet, dingus. God, the video keeps, like, glitching out, and I'm not even sure why that's happening. It must be something specific to this game, because all of Starberry's Animal Crossing streams work fine, and all the other streams that I've done that weren't this game work okay. You'll have to excuse it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of hoping that it'll only last for this game and then we'll be good, but for the most part, it seems to be perfectly fine. Maybe if I just kind of leave it at the normal resolution, it won't happen. Sup, doe? Yeah, I am a suspicious character. So this is where the plot picks up, I believe, when we're on the run from the Empire. So we need to find an alternate way out. They probably told me and I just wasn't listening. Possible that's through the cat. No, there's a guy guarding the castle too. So like, no, I bet you I know how to get out. The dragon roost, maybe. See ya. Oh, that's on the castle grounds, ain't it? Alright, that's that then. I would much prefer to just... Oh, wait, this car... I think I understand what I need to do. And there's that idea then. I thought maybe you'd go into that closet place and there'd be a bunch of costumes in there waiting for me and I would, give them the old slip. Doesn't look like that's going to be an option. Okay, so I head to the inn. I can pay for it, Well, what else am I supposed to do? Not bloody likely. Let's go ahead and save the game. And, so having it not stretched out does not save things. So I may as well have that. Hey, is that Victor? Yeah, it is. Oh, now we're rebels. How about that? I think he's gonna be a part of me get my ass out of here. Yeah, there's Victor. Huh. I mean, sure. Let's see what you got. If you can tell me where Lenin Camp is. Alright. Thanks for calling me ignorant in so many words. Actually, no, you just out and out did. Quick trip to the south. let's see where that brings us. Ah, there it is. Alright, so real quick, we're going to take another ad break, and then we'll be right back. In the meantime, I'm going to take a few stretches. Hello and welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. If you're still around SNI Games, thank you for tuning in. And hello back at you from Canada. Huh. You hear something like that, and you kind of know exactly what character they're talking about. I don't think I see her for a while, though. Hey, there's a blacksmith. It's like I was talking about last stream. You don't really buy new weapons in this game. You basically upgrade them, your current weapons. Okay. Thanks, I think. Creepy, but okay. Thanks. I wasn't sure. Ah, that's what the pieces are for. I see. So there was an enemy, I think, or chest that dropped a thunder rune fragment. I think the blacksmith is what they're for. I thought there was like you gather so many of them and you get the rune in question, but I'm gonna guess it's not the case here. We take them and we apply them to. Yep. Enchant weapon with lightning attribute. Sure. I think that's sufficient. Sufficient upgrades. We just find a. There we go. An armor. This is the armory. Wow. I mean, I didn't mean to call that, but I called it. Okay, so I already have a pointed hat that can go on Gremio. I believe it's in their inventory already anyway. Okay, so this is the big one. And then before we equip everything, because we'll have stuff to sell, let's head over here because we have another rune piece to attach. We can't do that with this. It's not a rune fragment. The other one said thunder rune piece. I'm so confused. Okay. Whatever. We'll probably just end up selling it at some point, I'm sure. Alright, whatever. Next. Equip. Grip. Go from leather coat to brass armor. Like, really just hammering it out. Okay. Now. We're gonna sell leather coat. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, we've got to equip the pointed hat. Yeah. Alright. Tunic, yes. Headband. Alright, now. Can we do both? We cannot. Let's see how equipment situation is. It's got one space. Okay. So let's see if we can do both the circlet and the pointed hatch. Of course, we cannot. It's alright. We'll get the pointed hat on my character here and see if the headband sells for enough. We shall see. It does not, perhaps? I don't think so. It's 600. Still give her a boost of some sort. Not as much as I would have liked, but you make do with the money you have. Alright. Like, as tropey JRPGs go, that's kind of what's expected here. It's not you guys, is it? Does anybody have any pictorial idea of, like, what their fugitives look like? Or are they just running in any direction going, are you the McDole kid? Are you the McDole kid? Are you the McDole kid? I mean, to be fair, you know, I believe this game was, like, based on, like, ancient China to some degree, so maybe that is what they did. Who knows? Alright, let's hope I left enough money to, you know, I believe I did. But first, let's save. Oh boy. Shit, this again? Ah, flick. Maybe I should. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say struggling to stay awake. I'm a little out of it, but nothing like too bad. Like some streams where I'm like nodding off. Oh yeah, I have the windows open, so that might have something to do with it. Maybe he's just puffy looking. They're gonna recognize us as the people who did this to them. So it would seem Rockland's, I'm not going to say failings, but their problems have been brought on by their leader, not so much necessarily by the Empire. Not very often that you get to unpunish the people you put away. But it does suit the theme of the game where you're basically sometimes being led down a less than honest path. We aren't expecting anything today, are we? Alright, so back up here we go. Oh, boo! Boo! Wrong house, sir. Wrong house. Okay. And that'll be the RCA switch tomorrow, right? Okay. In order for the RCA switch to be set up, I'm going to need to get another RCA cord. I think I've got one kicking around, but I will have to look for it. I didn't even think of that. Because I need something to go from the RCA switch to the HDMI converter. Formation, that's what I was looking for. Wait, no. There we go. That'll do. We're going up. Ooh, nice. So I'm a little ahead on what I'm supposed to be in terms of levels. Oh, God. Can you do me a favor, Starberry, and just throw something into the chat for me? Doesn't have to be anything. I just want to see something really quickly. Thank you, by the by. Okay. Thank you. Maybe that's something I can do today. I really need to make the chat thing specifically for this screen a little bit better. Not better. It's not that this is bad. It's just the chat doesn't really stand out on this screen. So oh wait, no, I was supposed to stay there, wasn't I? Crap for crap. Oh well. I will go and I'll rectify that soon. Oh. Yes, up to that guy's house, right? Oh, there's an Imperial soldier, huh? Alright. Could you at least tell us what you're up to? I mean, that's not exactly subversion, but it gets the job done, I guess. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. That's hilarious. And yet there's still soldiers just kind of kicking it in the spare room. Ooh, counterattack. Man, we don't see those very often. Nice. More soldiers. Alright. So just to give you guys a heads up, there will be a short ad break coming up in about 4 or 5 minutes. As always, I will let you guys know in advance. Oh. So that's what the rooms are for. Okay. Nice! 2 criticals in a row. So if you don't... I really didn't clarify it before, but how to tell certain things. Critical hits for 1. If the screen zooms in on the 2 characters currently in conflict, that means a critical hit's coming. It's kind of cool, and it's not something you see all that often. Speaking of something I don't see all that... Oh, wow, he is not really properly equipped, is he? Alright, that was nice. So I'm going to presume this other room here. Oh! I didn't see what it was. Crap. Oh. Something I'm going to have to identify at some point. Let's check this room. Oh, wow. Alright. Let's see what this is. Brass armor. You know what? Let's toss that on our buddy Victor here. Does he even have it? I think he does. Yeah, he does. It really only went up by 1. Yeeks. Let's see if anybody's carrying anything else that he can wear. I think I sold everything else. Perfect. Aside from the leather coat, but he already is wearing something better, so it doesn't really matter because we just replaced it. Alright, let's rock and roll. More soldiers. You know, you guys realize I've just been kicking all of your asses. Oh, okay. A little bit different here. Oof, another counter hit. Okay. Nice. So counters, another battle related thing that I suppose I should tell you guys. Counters don't work like they do in other RPGs. Counters are basically every character is capable of countering another hit. However, there is a stat responsible for counter rates, and there are things that you can do to increase that counter rate. However, some characters are more inclined to them by default. And And it's not like you might think where it's just related directly to like a dodge stat or an agility stat or something along those lines. No, I'm pretty sure the stat is just directly like something counter related. Now we're gonna go ahead and heal up before we go much further here. We're gonna go ahead and give Victor some medicine as well, just to be safe. Alright. I'm gonna say no. It just happens to be burning. Nobody really seems to be doing anything about it. Perhaps. Equip our buddy Victor a little bit better, shall we? Is there an appraiser at this place? Can't recall if I saw. Item shop. Yeah, no appraiser here, so maybe Lennon can't pass one. So let's go through the mountains. Now, while Victor seems to be like a guest character for the time being, I know well enough that Victor will be in my party at some point, so equipping him, even if I lose him for a short time, will be worth it. Victor's kind of an important character in the, Victor and Flick both are important characters in the first 2 games. I need to find an appraiser, because I want to get rid of stuff in my inventory, and I don't want to just sell them as is. There's not going to be an appraiser in here, is there? So why would that be that easy? That sucks, man. Like, that really sucks. Oh well. Alright, so that creepy dude at the top, does he, he was talking about an appraiser, so why can't you do an appraising? Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, whatever. So the one that I'm looking for, you see how some places have these signs outside the door? You know, it's a JRPG trope. An appraiser will have a sign that has a magnifying glass on it. I believe the first town had it, and I just plumb forgot until now, and now it seems like I don't have appraisers to work with, so... Yay! Pointed hat. How about brass armor for Gremio and a circlet for Cleo. We got a pointed hat for somebody who needs it. For Victor, you're carrying too much stuff. One of the things that I absolutely do not like about this game at all, the next one, is your limited inventory space. Like, severely limited inventory space. Thankfully, some items work in stacks, like our medicine and antidotes, so it's not entirely terrible, but still just not good. I already gave him the pointed hat. Do you need one? No? Okay. Oh yeah, I was about to buy one, but then they were like, hey, you don't have enough inventory space, and then I launched off about inventory space. Dope. 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 Okay, everybody's got space for stuff. Now, what am I getting? Pointed hat for Victor. That's right. Hope you appreciate it. I got no more cash. Well, I do have cash. Never mind. Oh, shit. Everybody's at level 3, so I can't really upgrade anything. Okie doke. I'll save, but I'm not gonna stay. Job's done. Alright, so just... I well passed the space for my normal ad breaks. But I'll do one in about 5 minutes. Because pre-rolls are still disabled for now, so missing it by about 15 minutes is not a big deal. Really holding on to that, Gremio. Oh, nice. Even better. Okay, so maybe I didn't get flicked, but still. Problem is that I have no idea where I'm going again. I missed the statement. I really did. Which sucks, but that's okay. I'll have some time to figure it out in a little bit. No, it's Mount Tiger Wolf that I'm after, so if I need to look it up, I can. Hey, this is an archer by the looks of things. Yep. That places her right in good territory. Hopefully she's well equipped. I think, oh. Poison again. That little demon looking thing floating above that one character's head. That means they're poisoned. I don't think I have any antidotes on me whatsoever, so I'm gonna have to just let that one ride out, I think. Oh, that was quick. Got lucky there. That is a gate. That does not look like a mountain. Well, yeah, this is most certainly not where I'm supposed to be going. Alright, so in a couple of seconds here, we're going to start our next ad break. Once I just get out of battle. Alright, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Apologize. Seem to be a little bit winded. Took a little bit of a washroom break too. Let me tell you, when you're in a rush, a flight of stairs suck. Alright, let's get back to it. I remember when one of them almost devastated my party. Those were good times. So if I set the ad breaks to manual, it looks as though how it works is that basically every time I run a manual ad break, depending on the time that I use, I set it for 3 minutes. I get to disable pre-rolls for, I think it's like a half an hour or something like that. Considering that's the way I'm doing the ads this way, that's important to me. So when I keep up that way, keep going at that rate. Victor, really? Okay. Really should just hit free will during these battles. I keep forgetting that's just basically like auto battling. These guys are essentially like free experience, essentially. Are we serious here? Is there no way in? Okie doke. Then can I take another way around? Really should have taken a second to look it up, but well, we'll do so after this battle is done. Can't remember what the mountain's called now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, so we're gonna go bop bop. Do I still have the tab with the walkthrough? No, I do not. Alright. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I don't want that anyways. Okay, new. So let's see. Do not want recruitment guide. You can tell this walkthrough was not constructed for use on a cell phone. Okay. So, I should have just headed north. So let's head back to Lenin Camp, and we'll go the way that we should have gone. ASCII text walkthroughs. It's always like a little slice of nostalgia. I remember printing one of those out for... God, Victor again? Son of a bitch. I remember back in the day when I wanted to make sure I 100%ed Final Fantasy VII, I printed out an entire ASCII code walkthrough for... Jesus, what the hell was that effect a second ago? Ah, shit balls. Well, go to it, guys. I downloaded and printed out an entire ASCII code walkthrough of Final Fantasy VII, and you best believe, single-sided, that boy was thick. Like, no word of lies, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 330 pages. Somewhere around there. That number is the one that stands out. Oh, was my dad mad? He was a little angry that I did that. And rightfully so. That's a lot of printer paper. Especially with the stuff that he used. I'm pretty sure that he used decent printer paper because he was working for the March of Dimes at the time. And I'm not sure if he got that on, like, donation from them or something. This was also during a time when I was kind of experimenting with different computer stuff, and my dad was wary leaving me alone with a computer. Because periodically I'd mess things up. I remember locking my dad out of Windows once because I'd installed what was called then a launcher, which really wasn't like locking you out of Windows in the traditional sense. It was just like a front-loaded UI that went over Windows. So you were in Windows technically, but you couldn't access any of your typical stuff. Oh, good times, good times. I remember installing the thing and just being like, oh, hey, look, games. And then I tried to restart the computer and I'm like, alright, time to go back to Windows. And then it didn't come back and I was like, oh no. Oh no. My life is ended. Head north and west across a bridge. I'm going east, so maybe it's not as far north as I went. Okay, gotta remember that's a function. Did I know about Suikoden when I was doing that crap? It was about that time. Because PlayStation was around, but I don't think we had actually got... Oh, there's the bridge. We had gotten one when this game was out. I believe at the time I was borrowing it from other people and, like, renting it. And my dad was really kind of sick of renting it, so he just kind of got it for me at one point, I think. I think that's how that went. I'm not entirely certain, if I'm being honest. Ooh, holy crystal. Ooh, dash. Oh, I like the sounds of dash. It's one of those things, it's like getting the bike in Pokemon. It is useful towards one thing and one thing only, and that's allowing you to run. I think it does actually have spells associated with it, but being able to run is absolutely just... I'm trying to even remember when, because I was... Oh, that's actually a good question. Let's see. Using this tab here. Lunar, silver, sorcery, complete. When was this released? Well, this particular version. That can't be right. That can't be right at all. So I wasn't that late to the Final Fantasy VII party. This will need further research. But I was a little bit late to the PlayStation game. I just can't recall how late I ended up being. In any case, this game had already basically run its course as far as popularity is concerned in North America by the time I got to it. I know it was one of the first PlayStation games I'd rented. I just can't remember when abouts that was. Like, I know it was before a certain point because I had had my PlayStation for about roughly a year before Final Fantasy VIII came out, and that came out on September 9th of '99, which I found was ironic as a release date, I'm pretty sure. I feel like today is one of those days that makes me want to just cancel my Twitter, everything. There's a reason I'm moving to Mastodon, and it has absolutely nothing with the quote-unquote death of Twitter or the dying of Twitter, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Mr. Musk or any of that stuff. Because I think regardless of any of that, I probably would still feel this way, and I think it just has everything to do with its user base, and I'm just growing sick and tired of it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna stand too hard on a soapbox about this one, because I'm sure everybody kind of, sort of feels this way about Bluebird app, but there are some days where it's legitimately, like, there are so many people on there whose existence either is served to antagonize other people, or it's just so, I don't know how to put it, argumentative, harassing, sometimes just completely missing the point, and in missing the point, stuff comes across as hurtful. It's just, I would say not even half of what I see and I have an issue with is at all purposeful or intentional, but I'm getting to a point where it just doesn't matter anymore. Like, I don't care. I'm not here to start picking and choosing what aggravates me, what stresses me out, what hurts me. I can't. Why should I have to make that decision? That's how it makes me feel. So, like, why? You're gonna let me save, right? Oh, this isn't good. You wouldn't insist if this was good. You're just gonna keep insisting until I say yes, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, fine. And give us all our stuff back, thank you. Got a little bit wrapped up in the whole Bluebird thing. I just, sincerely, I only have an account there specifically for TDF, and specifically because it's the best way to advertise what I do here. It's legitimately the best way to do that. Like, I can't understate the power that you can wield with Twitter as far as social media is concerned. And it's unfortunate that it's practically required for somebody in my position. The bigger problem is, too, is that not only is it just for advertising to potential viewers and potential fans and just building a community, but if I want to take on sponsorships, if I want to try and grow in other ways, like let's say if I want to start doing merchandise and stuff like that, like you have two basic options: Twitter, Discord, or I'm sorry, three basic options: Twitter, Discord, and WordPress. You better get good at those three. And I think today might just bring on an adjustment in how I use the Bluebird, or just who I interact with and how I interact on it. And I got my first taste of this, or, well, not my first taste, because I've been on Twitter for a very long time, on both my personal account and on TDF, but, nice. Alright. I've not been as involved on the app as I have been in recent years, because I've tried to kind of promote myself a little harder than I used to, but I found myself in areas where I can't even say things get heated, because I can handle heated. Heated is fine. Passionate is fine. Clone Crystal, what is that for? I'm gonna find out later. Yeah, we're gonna let this pre-roll session expire, and then we're gonna call the session, or call the stream good, I think at this point. It's safe to say. And that'll be fair. So yeah, anyways. I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm complaining and yet not complaining at the same time. It's a weird position to take. I just want to be able to interact with people. I don't even want to be, like, always contentious, to be honest, even though it seems like I am in a position where I'm trying to be contentious all the time. That's not how I always want to be. Sometimes you need a break. Let's save. I guess I'm just feeling as though I wish there were equivalent options for a tool for streamers in particular. But that's also why, like I mentioned before, I'm heading myself towards Mastodon and might be focusing on using that as a tool. Because, I'll be honest, I don't get a lot of... How do you put this? Like, I don't get a lot of engagement, I guess, from Twitter. And that's fine, because usually the only engagement I get is engagement back when I interact with people. Oh, we got anything else here? We just have an item shop, that's it. So, definition of a small mountain town. I know that seems like a lot of money for that, but good reason for it. Can't really apply it here, but I will get to. By the time I get to a spot where I can apply it, I have money again. It's not like I can buy armor there anyway, so it's all good. shit. There we go. I think a lot of what I need to do is to focus less on trying to force conversation, I guess, on social media just in general, and just focus on that good old content generation. I still have podcasts to do. I still have all kinds of stuff that I'd like to bring forth and share with everyone. So I will say this, my interactions on Mastodon have been mostly positive so far, and I've been able to kind of direct my attention away from anybody who would engage with me in a negative fashion, let's say. Like, it's pretty obvious who was on Mastodon because they think it's a easier path to free speech. Kind of leave that one at that. Wrong way. Right way. Just so happens that the right way is the way to the right. Oh shit. Huh? Oh. Phrasing of this, and then the game just kind of freezes for a second like it's about to save. And I'm sitting here going, the what? Guy's on the floor, presumably beaten, and he's still like, I don't want to let you stay here. It's not safe. Oh, you jackasses. Alright, that's fine. You want to get beaten down that badly? Let's go. So I presume this will be the last section before we wrap up stream today. I mean, unless it wraps up quickly, and in which case we'll just keep going until I can get a save close, but we're gonna go another, like, let's say 15 minutes, and then we're good. God, Victor. Oof. That's her wish, man. That's what she wants. We know where that's at because we tried to get through there. And it's a new person too, so it's like this person had to have known that just shortly before, the guy who was the innkeeper, I'm going to presume, I thought he was just beaten, but he got replaced, so either fatally wounded or close to, and it's just like, cheery, happy-go-lucky, hey, brush those tears away, stay at the inn! We don't care that all these people died. Come on, spend your money. Oh, boy. Like, I know I'm being a little bit dramatic about it, but... Alright. So that's a save. That's we're good. Oh man, that's it for today. Don't know if I'm going to do anything tonight. We got hockey coming up tonight that I'm going to be watching. I might do like just a quick variety stream tonight, because it would, depending on how the game happens tonight. We might be doing more evening streams, might not be. Not sure what the plan is just yet, but we'll figure it out one way or the other. Not too sure at this point in time, but like I said, we're going to figure it out one way or the other. So let's just switch on over to here. But as we discussed in the last stream, the idea is that, let's say the Leafs lose tonight and the playoffs end here. What the idea is that once the playoffs disperse for whatever reason and we stop watching as many games, we're going to be doing alternating evening streams. So one night will be Starberry's, one night will be my own, and so on and so forth. You should check her out, by the way. She's Starberry014 on Twitch and Twitter. Go toss her some follows or something. Be really nice. That said, so it'll be alternating, with exception to Fridays. So I would think that the way she's been doing it lately will be Monday, Wednesday, likely hers. Then Wednesday, Thursday, mine, and then Cozy Corner would be on my channel, but would be the both of us. And then Retro Rhetoric on her channel, but with the both of us. With Saturday kind of up in the air. Not entirely certain if we're going to do anything with that. Maybe, maybe not. We will discuss it. But whereas on her evening streams, she will be playing Animal Crossing. Yeah, we do need praise quite a bit. It's a good way to kind of occupy time, especially with the both of us being gamers, right? I will say on my streams in the evening, we did discuss possibly doing Metal Gear, the Metal Gear Solid franchise, as that was one that apparently Starberry wanted to see me go through. So we might be doing that. We shall see, as Metal Gear Solid as a franchise is quite a franchise to get through. So we shall see. But comes with some silliness and some stuff, so might be good for like semi-tandem streams. I don't know. We'll have fun one way or the other. That just about covers it. Hoping to try and get pet podcast stuff like that set up, but the fact of the matter is that I need in order to start doing that, I want to do a new set of overlays for that. And the last time I tried to get the one that I picked working, it didn't work out all that well. So I'm going to try and see how that works. I'm gonna get back at it again maybe tonight while game's on. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'll sort it out. But do podcast stuff, do music stuff. I've got all the stuff to hammer out. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, so that's the plan. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back again tomorrow afternoon. Aiming for 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then that's every afternoon as scheduled, as you can see in my my Twitch profile. If you're watching now, or if you're watching on VOD, if you like what you see, toss me a follow. If you really like what you see, consider throwing me a subscription or even some bits or something like that. And just remember that if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a subscription to give away for free. Just one. So if you don't have anything else to toss it towards, I would really appreciate it. So please, thanks, and consider doing that for me. If you're watching on YouTube, throw a like and a subscribe. Takes no effort, and we really appreciate it. If you really like what you see, once you've subscribed, hit that little notification bell so that way you're notified every time I post content. Check out all my socials. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, as we discussed, YouTube, all that fun stuff. I converse with people on them, but I'll be honest, I should really just keep it to status updates, honestly. But yeah, anywho, so that's about it. I also have a WordPress blog, the thing that started the Dreaming Flame as a whole. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks. Have yourselves a wonderful day, a wonderful Wednesday, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, perhaps tonight. In any case, have a good day, and if I don't see you tonight, a good evening. Catch you tomorrow. TDF out.